This video was produced by The Top Cut. Be sure to check out thetopcut.net, your home for Pokemon TCG, tournament coverage, professional game analysis, and interviews with the best players in the world. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, it's Pram and welcome to the top 8 of the Delaware State Championships. On our left we have Adam Kulp, and on our right we have Ben Sauk. Now you guys are in for a pretty interesting matchup. I know you guys love this one too. It is Eel's Mirror. So we do have Ben going first, starting with Thundurus, and plays the Collector. Right here, he's probably just going to go for probably 3 Dynamos. I'm not sure what Adam has because of the glare, but we'll find out in a little bit when it comes back to his turn. So, let's just see what Ben gets, and yeah. So, I'm sure there's a Tyrogue too, so he gets 2 Tynos and a Tyrogue. This matchup is... I'm sure you guys have seen this. Well, if you haven't seen all our other videos, you guys can go watch that, and you can learn how Eel's Mirror is pretty much played out. But here we go again as another matchup of Eel's Mirror with turn 1 charge. So let's see what Adam's basic is. I'm pretty excited to find out along with you guys. And it is... It is big... Oh, it's a Thundurus. Okay. So it is 2 Thunduruses going at each other. Interesting that Ben decided to get Tyrogue instead of a 3rd Dynamo. I generally like setting up 3 Dynamos here, simply because... you can just get out Eelektrik, and you can get the Tyrogue later if you need it. Anyways, we see a Pont coming out of Adam, and it looks like he doesn't have much other than a turn 1 charge here, which gives Ben a huge opportunity to just go turn 2 Bolt Strike if the cards allow it. He would need quite a lot, but that unlikely situation can occur, so we will see if Ben is fortunate enough to have it. So we do see a level ball. Probably going to get an Eelektrik here. It would be kind of ridiculous if Ben had like a junk arm and then discards 2 lightning for the level ball, and then just double Dynamotors to Zekrom and goes like a supporter for 3rd energy. That would be cool. A little ridiculous, but it would be cool. So, yep, we do see him get an Eel. And, let's see what else he gets, or what else he does. It looks like maybe he does have a junk arm. Okay, another card that would work is Shaman. I do know Ben plays that for sure. Like 90% sure he plays it. So that's another out. He actually doesn't need that many cards. He basically just needs, like, if he gets like Shaman Switch with a lightning energy, he wins. He could also get Shaman. He could like junk arm a lightning away with Shaman, or with to get level ball for Shaman. And then retreat, and yeah, that would be good. All right, so he just attaches lightning to Thundurus, and he's just gonna disaster bolt this turn. Typically in this situation, I almost like discarding DCE here, simply because Mewtwo. A lot of people just like to get greedy with Mewtwo here. And they'll just go, hey, Mewtwo DCE attack, knock with like a plus power, and go knock you out. So that's always something to look out for. And you kind of want your Thunduruses to live as long as possible. Everything else is kind of expendable, but Thunderous is something you want to have a little bit of longevity on. Okay, so N comes in, and I just actually realized they are sporting the same type of sleeves. So that's just a little interesting note. And yeah, so I think I see a Zekrom EX in Adam's hand. But he's just going to go with a Disaster Volt. Kind of unfortunate that he hasn't gotten any Dynamos out. He really could have used them. And yeah, so we do see two Disaster Volts going at each other. So Ben's going to take the first prize here. Probably just going to go with another Disaster Volt and be like, come at me, Mewtwo. And, you know, what's Mewtwo going to have to do? He's just going to have to go, I'll X-Ball, and then get X-Balled back for a knockout. And that's really the worst case scenario for Adam. He really doesn't want that to happen, but it may just be forced to do it because his hands haven't been all that great. So we do see Ben using Collector here. Probably going to get another Dynamo. That would be good. And then at that point, maybe some Mewtwo's. But he does get a Shaman, Mewtwo, and Tyrogue. Interesting that he doesn't get Dynamo. Maybe, I don't know why he wouldn't get it, because if his bench Dynamo does get knocked out, unless he has an Eelektrik in his hand, in which case, okay, so he's just gonna, well, this makes things simple. He's just gonna knock out, Mewtwo with his Mewtwo. So he does have enough energy on the board. He can just move over the DCE, attach his own DCE, and yeah, so now he can just Dynamotor to the Mewtwo, and now it has 5 energy. So I kind of take back what I said about the Disaster Volt. I mean, like, it's kind of like, if you don't run Shaman, I believe discarding the DCE is the better play. But for cases like this, you kind of want your DCEs to stick around. So, you know, if you play Shaman, yeah, just try to keep as much energy on your board as possible. Just be wary of the Mewtwo possibility. So, we do see an N come in. And, yeah, this is really what Adam's going to need to do to start coming back into this game. That Mewtwo is actually fairly easy to deal with a Mewtwo of your own. He just has to draw his second Mewtwo and a GCE, and he'll be in actually pretty good shape. So let's see if he gets it. And that looks like a no. So we might just see Ben run away with this game at this point. Yeah, there's a pass, and Ben's in great shape. He has a Mewtwo. He's going to go down to 3 prizes before his opponent's taken any, and now his goal is to play around N. Ben's going to want to get rid of all the cards that he knows he will not use later on, like Junk Arms. He's definitely going to want to start using Junk Arms. Definitely going to want to start getting rid of his Ns. While powering up everything he can. So, and he does Juniper away, some cards. He definitely wants to get rid of all the cards he can. It's like extra Pokemon he won't need, things like that. So, here we have Mewtwo coming in. Probably gonna stay coming in, unless he gets a second Eelektrik. Yep, we're just gonna see an X-Ball. And now, yeah, what does Adam do from here? He has a Zekrom EX, and that's it. So he just plays Pont, hoping for the best. He really needs to get some Dynamos out. You know, as weird as it sounds, Adam still has a chance in this game. He can still eke out a victory if the cards come up in a proper order, and he can get Ben into a bad spot with N. So we do finally see Adam's first Dynamo coming into play. And so there's a little bit of relief for him. And we're going to see a catcher. Okay, so this catcher is just really to buy time. He really needs to just get something going. So we do see... Now it's Ben's turn. And let's see, he's already used 2 DCEs. Shaman's already gone. He's really going to need some way to get that Eelektrik out of the active spot and get some damage onto that Zekrom. I doubt he's going to be able to one-shot it. I mean, he would have to get like 4 more energy onto that Mewtwo, which is possible, sorta, but very unlikely. So we do see a switch come in. And we're just going to see a Bolt Strike come in right here. So that's going to put that Zekrom in... Oh, and even an Eviolite. So that Zekrom EX is pretty much seeing the end of its days. You know, there's not really much Adam can do at this point. Once that Zekrom EX goes down, he's going to go down to 1 prize. Or Ben's going to go down to 1 prize. And then Adam is basically going to have to go... Alright, I got Mewtwo, and I have N. Do you have anything to get around this? No? Well, then I win. So that's really Adam's only game plan here. He's just sacrificing that, sacrificing Zekrom EX here, and is just going for some kind of response. He might be able to take a prize here if he hits Switch. Yep, there it is. So that's good, but he still needs N. So he's going to be able to Dynamotor here, put a Lightning on, and then attach to Zekrom, and then just switch into Bolt Strike for 130, which will knock out that opposing Zekrom. However, your Zekrom would then get knocked out by Mewtwo. But, you know, that's really your only chance here. You need to start taking prizes really quickly. And, well, actually, I might consider not doing anything this turn. Simply because Ben's bench is full. He can't play Mewtwo. And your win condition is getting your own Mewtwo down without him having a response to your Mewtwo. So what you're doing now here is you're freeing up a bench spot for Ben. Now, if Ben can drop down another Mewtwo and power it up, there's really no way Adam can come back from this. So, you know, maybe it would have been better to just pass, go down to 1, and then hope for the best. And just kind of hope, hey, I'm gonna okay, so another Zekrom comes down. And Pot comes in. So Ben is just kind of expecting, hey, you're probably going to end me down to 1. I need some kind of attacker when you deal with Mewtwo. So here I go. And worst case scenario, Mewtwo just doesn't get dealt with, and, well, Ben wins anyways. Or rather, that's best case scenario. Worst case scenario for Adam. Adam does have a Pokegear, which he will need to use digging for N. He has to end this turn, and he has to hope his N comes out great. So we do see a double Dynamotor onto Zekrom, and yeah, it's just going to be an X ball for knockout. He should send up Eel here. Yep. So he really needs just throw down plus power, throw down Pokegear, and just hope you see N. I don't see an N. Yeah, that could be game. Well, he has one more turn to play around with us. But if Ben has a catcher, the game's over. At this point, I think I would just Juniper the hand away. Well, he does have DCEs in there. But yeah, I just Juniper the hand away. So he does hit Mewtwo, and there's a switch in his discard. I kind of like just maybe. Well, I mean, yeah. If he has the catcher anyways, he loses. So. Okay, we're just gonna see a switch come in. I believe he played switch. Yeah. We're just gonna see a switch come in, and probably see an X ball. Yep, X ball for 2. And let's see if Ben has a response. And it looks like he does. I mean, the odds of him having a response are very likely. He only needs a catcher or a Mewtwo, and he'll be good to go. Well, he needs a catcher and enough energy to power, or he needs a Mewtwo and enough energy to power up to 3, or a catcher. Catcher just wins the game right here. So we do see Ben fumbling his cards a little bit. He does have a collector. And okay, so there's a Juniper saying, "Yeah, I didn't really have much, but let's see if the next 7 proves helpful." And it's a catcher. Yep. So Ben wins game 1 in a pretty lopsided game, and we will be going on to game 2.